Hey everybody, it's Trisha from Chocolate Musings, and I wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how to get this mummy effect on lettering or other shapes. I started with a quick sketch. You don't have to have a whole lot of detail in the sketch. If you're going to be drawing over words, I would recommend that you have thicker, bolder letters. Start in a corner and extend beyond the marks on your sketch you've made for your words or shape. And curve the ends, and then start and go the opposite direction. Don't let them line up or be perfect. You can use triangles and rectangles to mix up the shape of the bandages. You can make the rectangle fade into the other line so it's not quite a boxy rectangle. You can see it looks like this is the ending part once I get finished. To make an ending piece, you draw a line and squiggle it down, and then make a second line parallel to your first line so it looks like a ribbon. On curves, like on this U, think about how a bandage would wrap around an elbow or a knee. It bunches in the inner part of the curve and stretches out on the outer part of the curve. So that's what I'm doing here, is making the triangle meet in the middle and then curve out around the edges. Again, don't line up the edges on the outside of the letters. It helps to make it look tighter and looser as it's being wrapped, more bulky in some parts. If you go around the edges on a line like this, curve around the corners. Keep in mind, any detail of the font you use will be lost. That's why you do want a chunky font. That way you can show the details of the wrapping rather than worry about the details of the font. Make the edge of the letters look bulky as you add more and more triangles and randomly place rectangles, and make some parts look bulkier than others so they're poking out a little bit more. Each of these letters will need their own ending part since they're not connected, or you could string a little ribbon between them to connect them. And you can start in different corners to give more variety to the wrapping, making smaller and larger shapes. Remember, you're trying to make it look like it has been wrapped over and over again. And there you have it. Later, you can go and add some additional details. For instance, you can add cream or gray marker or paint in the places where it looks like it's going under the other folds to make it look like it has shadows. This effect can be used other than just at Halloween time. You can use it to wrap the stems of a bunch of flowers, or if you make larger triangles, you can make it look like a swaddled baby. Doesn't he look so sweet? I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you end up using any of the tips that I've given you, I'd love to see your work. Tag me in your comments. Links to my Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, and my website are in my profile. I'd love it if you leave me a like and a comment below. And be sure to hit the subscribe button for more tutorials and tips. Thank you and have a great night.